certainty I wanna be in the warm hold of your loving mind, to feel you all around me and to take your hand along the sand. Ah, but I may as well try and catch the wind. Hi, I'm Doc Marshall for Lessons.io. Today let's look at a song done by a fine Scotsman, and it's called Catch the Wind, and the name of the man is Donovan. Everybody remembers him back in the 1960s, I'm sure. This is one of his most catchy tunes and very much of a favorite for everybody. Let's look at it in the key of C and see how we're going to do this song. The chords that you're going to need are C, an F, a G, or G. Same chord, okay? You're going to need an E minor, and you're going to need a D, or D7, or D7. Okay, any of those will work, okay? Usually you pick the easiest one to do. We're going to work mostly in the first position down here. So we're going to play our C here. We're going to play our F over here. And we can play the G here if you want, or you can play the G here. And we're going to play the F here, and then we're going to play the E minor here. Now the D, we can play it right here. That's fine. Or if you want to hit it up here, it's alright too. Now here's a sequence of the chords. For the intro, we're going to play a C. We're going to play an F. We're going to play a G. Back to the C. And then G. Now, of course, every song has an intro to it. Sometimes it's just chords, sometimes it's lyrics, sometimes both. In this one, we want to play the chord structure, and we want to establish our tempo so that we know what we're doing when we start with the words. Now, it's a 3/4 time signature. That means it's a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 throughout the whole song. So we're going to establish that when we play the intro chords. So we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you can play that last G a couple of times. 1, 2, 3, 1. Now that G does two things for us. First, it allows us to hear where we are in the song, because when you're going to sing, usually the first note that you hit is on the tonic chord, which in this case is a C. So we approach our tonic chord in our starting notes from the 5th, which is our G. So we're going from the G to the C. Alright, that's why that intro contains that last G chord, because we want to be here. Okay, so the intro, especially in this song, is very important to us to establish the tempo, how fast we're going, establish the type of beat that it is, 3/4 time, and to give us that G, which tells the singer where to go with the first note. Da, da, da. Okay, so we're actually starting on the G chord. In the chilly hours. Okay, so that intro is very important, especially to this song. So we're going to play the intro right now, just to see what it sounds like, remembering all the things that I just mentioned, okay? Okay, that was the intro, those 5 chords. C, F, G, C, and G. Remembering that that last G is important for our notes where we're going to start the song. Okay? Now the other things that are interesting in this song is where he puts the chords with the words. Okay? A lot of it is straightforward. In the chilly hours and minutes, that's right where you expect it to be. Chilly here, and F, minutes of uncertainty, I wanna be in the warm hold of your loving mind. Now, everything was good there, except where we got to the in the warm hold of your loving mind. You got to get that F to the G, and then you go back to the C is on the word mind. Notice how everything is sort of even. The chilly hours and minutes of uncertainty, I don't want to be in the warm hold of your loving mind. See, we had to get from that F to that G, right? Of your loving mind. Now we're back to that G, okay? That's that same G we played in the intro, which sets us up for the next phrase. Now start at the top of the order again. To feel you all around me, to take your hand along the sand. Ah, but I may as well try and catch the wind. Now there's that F to the G again, see? Ah, but I might as well try and catch the wind. You want to make that F and that G come together a little closer. You're actually coming in quicker with the G than what you'd expect. The last line again. Ah, but I might as well try and catch the wind. See, normally you're playing 6 strokes. But when it comes to that one place that I pointed out, from the F to the G, then it's only one time. In the warm of your love. See, I'm playing only 3 there. Of your love and mine. Alright, and then back. That's your setup chord. Okay? And that's how you play the first 2 phrases in the song. There are several phrases, of course. And now we have the structure of those phrases. Just the chord structure alone. C, F, C, F, C, F, G, C, G, C, F, C, F, C, F, G, C. Okay, so at that point, at the end of the second phrase, remember at the end of the first phrase, we went to that G, which sets us up for the next phrase. At the end of the second phrase, ah, but I might as well try and catch the wind. Now go to F, C. When you get to the chorus in there, it goes to F, D, 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 then E minor, D, 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 F, D, 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 it's that D, 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 and notice we're on that G again, right? And that tells us we're going to go back into our next verse, which is the start of another C, okay? So, we have an intro, we have the verses, and then we have that very simple chorus. Chorus, once again, the chords. F, E minor, F, D. Now you can play a D7 here too, that's fine, and G. So once again, F, E minor, F, then D7 or D7, D major, and G. Once again. D, 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 D. There's that D. D, D, G. So you get F, E minor, F, D, and G. And then you do the next verse. Okay? So that's the three major parts of the song. We have that intro, once again. C, F, G, C, G. That's your intro. And then we do our verses. C, F, C, F, C, F, G, C, G. Second verse. Z, F, C, F, C, F, G, C. And now if we're ready to go into the chorus at this point, go to the F. D, 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 D. E minor, D, 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 D. F, D, 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 D. D, D, G. And then you go to the next C. So that's all it takes to do this wonderful song, a very nice folk song from back in the 60s, very catchy, and everybody enjoys it. So don't forget to make that nice 3/4 sound. Also notice that I'm not emphasizing the bass notes too much, just the chord is all you need. We'll be playing it in no time. Don't forget to subscribe and let us know some information from you, what comments that you have about learning other songs or problems you might be having. We'd be happy to help out in any way. I'm Doc Marshall. Thanks for listening.